Okay, we should be live now. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Awesome.
So if we have some people following us, please leave comment about the sound. I hope it's working now. I
Hi.
hope.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. I think we don't have like nobody watched currently, but oh, it sounds good. Okay, okay. So yeah, we're live.
Yes,
Okay,
perfect.
so we today talks with Neurotic developer me. We have Alexander, Jean-Alexander Nevskiy, uh,
Hi.
and he was a guy responsible for sound in Coldage, our game Coldage.
Yes,
So
that's
yeah,
me.
he's mainly responsible. So if you have some problems with sound in Coldage, please refer to him, not to us. So yeah,
Yeah, you can
so
throw stones, sticks and stones at
yeah,
me.
on him, yeah. So basically, I wanted to have this like interview with him about his experience, his knowledge with music and sound design and engineering in games, and he's a person who is like really experienced. So I'm started talking to you directly, like I'm like I think this is weird, like to talk like presenting you because we will work closely like for a month or two,
hmm
like, and it's
hmm
now like really weird to address you like especially with like public. I don't see, but hopefully we're gonna get someone.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So
We're
so
waiting for someone. Like right now, we will just speak with each other and
yeah,
the ghosts of the translation.
yeah. Okay. So like let's start. Let's conduct interview.
hmm
So like tell me how did you start all of this? How you start making like I know you're like in music for like probably all your life, but how you start
Yes.
making music for games?
So it happened in 2018 when my band, live band I had, it broke up, and I thought that I need to make money somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided that I don't want to quit my musical career, and I want to like make a switch. And I decided that I want to make music for video games, and because I was a lifelong lover of video games.
Of course.
Yeah, and that was logical step for me to continue my career. And I met a guy who in Finland who was starting to make his own game,
Mm-hmm.
and he asked me to write music for his game, so it was like full soundtrack, and that's how it started. So I got like it's luck that I got
Mm-hmm.
this gig, like first
Mm-hmm.
commercial gig, that I can like demonstrate in my portfolio, that can be played, and that is currently almost in the market.
Mm-hmm.
Like this game is has an open test. It's called Extended Realms,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe I can give you a link so you can show it somewhere. This
Mm-hmm.
is a very nice game. It's indirect control strategy, fantasy strategy like Majesty, but made on Unreal Engine 4, so with contemporary
Mm-hmm.
like technologies, and very nice, very cool game. So I had a lot of hours of fun while playing it.
Yeah, I know for the fact you work only on cool games, so
Yes,
like Coldage and
yeah. Yeah, so this game it gave me a good start and a good boost to move forward.
mm,
So that's it
mm,
in a short word.
mm. Yeah, I'm trying to track like things you're saying, like, and I'm always thinking you mentioned like it was struck of luck, like, and everybody had that one moment of luck, and like maybe someone will tell this is like one time opportunity or whatever, but like we feel it's like we feel alienated by it. Like it's like literal struck like hand of God, like just pushed you
Yes,
in the right direction in the right moment, and you
yes.
just been there. And also, I feel music is something I was like, like a little bit in the music, and I feel music is one of the jobs, and I think the games are the same that like never leave you. Like even if you
Mhm.
can't live with you, like always are in business somehow. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Mm.
And I can expand this idea about luck because this business is very tough. Like game audio
Mm.
business,
Mm.
like it's a lot of competition.
It
A
is. It
lot.
is. Mm.
The competition here is crazy,
It
and
is.
to get first gig, you need to like smash yourself
Mm.
against the wall, really. So this is insanely hard to get a first commercial gig. That's
Mm. Mm.
because people, a good step, like as I heard, a good way for this is to participate in game jams,
Mm-hmm.
like to practice through game jams and get into this industry through game jams. Like unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I didn't follow this path. I went straight into business, like,
Mm. Mm. That's
and that's why I call it like a
yeah,
struggle.
yeah,
Like,
because it feel like it, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's like I don't know. Like let's not enter in it. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah. But this is just to get our listeners some some view on the market, how
mm.
this market is organized.
Mm. Mm. It's a chaos,
Mhm.
but creative. Like every creative pool, it's chaotic. Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to be, for example, 3D artist, 3D modeler,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're good at it, it's a lot easier to get
Mm-hmm.
work. It's like a lot easier to get good job than to get it if you are a composer.
Oh, really? Oh.
Like, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or if you are animator. So the
Mm-hmm.
market is organized is that there is a huge lack of animators,
Mm-hmm.
3D modelers, and those guys really make a lot of money, like from the very beginning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the guys from game audio need to like need to make a tough job a lot of
You maybe dipped in something interesting now. Do you think the sound is underestimated in the games? And
uh,
not by the consumers, by the people who play the games, but like by developing teams.
oh, it's a good question. It's a good question. Maybe it's less now. It's less underestimated now than it
Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
before, because I see some shows about game audio, like
Mm-hmm.
YouTube shows, and we even have some sort of an Oscar
Mm-hmm.
game
Mm-hmm.
game audio Oscar. So.
Mm.
Uh,
People remember songs from the and music from the games. I know
yes,
I do,
yes.
and like, mm,
Yes, that's why. That's why the people because there is being produced more and more interesting audio,
mm,
more and more interesting songs, and that's why it becomes more and more important.
mm,
Uh,
mm.
more, not more and more important, but more and more enlightened.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we
So,
we can we can grab our portion of fame finally.
yeah, finally you get your moment. Yeah, I'm glad for you. Yeah,
Yes.
and I cheer for you.
Thank you.
Let's move on something like more, maybe we can say this is more personal, but like what are your game like preferred genres of games, like personally as a player, or games like what's your
Yeah.
favorite game type, like
Yeah,
you.
yeah, that's a nice question. I always very very enthusiastic about this, and I like to talk about this.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
I know.
uh, I'm a lifelong fan of XCOM. Like this
Oh,
is like
like Simon, our owner boss, or
yes,
like
yes,
he
that's
doesn't
why.
like the titles, but like he is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we get along with him
Mm,
because
mm,
we both love XCOM.
Mm.
And I remember I was like 80 years old, and I entered my dad's room where he was sitting and playing computer in the dark. and and I was like, "Oh, Dad, what are you playing?" And he said, "I didn't want to show you this game. It's like too horror." He said, "Like it's too
Mm.
horror. It's too dark for you right now. But okay, let's
No, no,
let's
now it's
see.
over. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what it looks like."
Mm.
And of course, this experience with like the
Mm.
first XCOM in 1998. It was very very impressive for me.
Is
Yeah,
that one game that changed like your
yeah.
experience as in part as a gamer and?
I think it was
Mm.
like the start. The start. I
Mm.
also love Panzer General, so we used to
Mm-hmm.
play
Mm-hmm.
with my dad.
Mm.
As I was like little, we used to play Panzer General together, and then we used to play Heroes of Might and Magic
Mm.
3,
Mm.
and so it's probably like strategy games, turn-based strategy
Mm.
games. And then as I continued to discover this world, uh, I like I opened like for myself Blitzkrieg One, very nice game, very nice strategy game
Heard about
about
it, never played.
about
Yeah.
World War II, very accurate, very like
Mm.
very nice game. And then uh, I started to spreading out the genres. So I like Wolfenstein games. I like some Call of Duty games.
Mm.
For example, Black Ops One.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm. That's the good one. Yeah.
I think I hate other parts of Call of Duty because they are like I
What
don't
about
know.
Modern Warfare?
I don't like
No.
Modern
Mm.
Warfare.
Mm.
Because uh, what I like about Call of Duty is the plot,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
Black Ops One had had really insanely good plot, like
Yeah,
very nice script, like amazing. So
they really
it's
invested into narrative in that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
the very nice narrative,
Mm.
and
Mm.
other games are like, come on, yeah. Mm, what was also impressive for me.
I get like you like war team games and like strategy, a little action. Yeah,
Yes,
generic.
yes,
Mm.
yes.
But
So
I get like,
I like
oh
Warhammer
yeah, yeah.
40K games, and one more game that changed my life also is Warcraft 3, like Frozen Throne.
Mm.
This was really
But I
amazing
think
game.
for I think at least for us in Eastern Europe, like that game was standard. Like Counter Strike and Warcraft were like standard games. Like everybody played them.
Yes,
That's my feeling. Like everybody knew at least
yes,
one mod on Warcraft, Frozen Throne, like
yes.
Dota at the end.
Yes, but
Mm.
I also enjoyed the plot, the narrative of
Mm-hmm,
Warcraft.
hmm. Warcraft has
Although,
like huge lore and world. We tried to make something similar, and we made something similar for Coldage. I don't know how much you get, but like it's yeah.
yeah, because I read the Myro,
Mm, mm, yeah,
and
yeah. We have the documentation. You had a
I read.
peek in, yeah. So we have some comments. What if it's amazing? Yeah, yeah, it is.
What do you mean?
He asking about did you play Reforged version? I didn't. Did you Reforged?
No, I didn't play the fourth version, unfortunately, or maybe not unfortunately, because I had one friend who is working in wargaming company
Mm-hmm,
as a programmer, like
mm-hmm,
very good
mm-hmm.
programmer, and he said like, Don't play that, don't play that, don't buy that, don't spend your money on this game because it's a nightmare. You
I think
will
there is. I didn't play, and I doubt I will because I doubt I can have a time to reinvest. But yeah, I get it. Like a newbie, it's the same, but like just different graphics. But I think the maybe main problem is like we have different connection with that game,
Yes,
certain connection with that game, and
yes,
those nostalgic memories we
hmm
can't revive. I think that's the problem with many reboots and reforged
yeah,
games. Like you never get that feeling like first time you play,
yes.
some
And the
fantasy game.
cutscenes. I remember
Yeah.
those cutscenes in
Mhm.
Warcraft. Oh my god.
Remember Arthas and Illidan fight? Like that was like,
Yes, yes.
oh, that was cool. That was real cool. Like,
And Arthas killing his father. This
oh, that was
cutscene
dark.
like
Mm.
blew me away completely. Like,
But when you're mentioning father, like, I really envy you. You had gamer dad. Like, not many people of our generation, at least in my connection, have dad who introduced you to video games and like played with
yes,
you. Huh?
yes. My dad is lifelong gamer. So
Mm-hmm.
he began as a tabletop gamer in Soviet Union. So they
Mm-hmm.
were making their own tabletop
Mm-hmm.
strategy games. So they were painting
Figures. Yeah.
soldiers, and they were making like different war games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like paper war games, bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they had like really, but in Leningrad at that time, the war games were really big. So
Mm-hmm.
probably it's now big. So Saint Petersburg is everyone is playing tabletop games
Mm-hmm.
here.
So he's
So
like old school gamer,
yeah,
OG.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's an old school gamer, and it transferred to computer games once he got computer PC in
Yeah,
early 90s.
that were
Yes.
kind of natural. Yeah. Mm. We had like basically our game had this inspiration from Oregon Trails. It's like one
Yes,
of the
yes.
old school, and our owner is, I don't want to say he's old, but he's old school gamer also. Yeah.
The, I never played Oregon Trail, but I heard it from my ex girlfriend. She's American, and
Mm.
she like told me like the only talk we had about computer games, and she was like, "This I remember this game Oregon Trail. It
Mm.
used to teach us American history in
Yeah,
schools."
yeah, yeah.
And I
That
was
was
like,
the.
"Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
That's
it's
very
interesting
interesting."
story of the game. Yeah, I suggest people to look and watch it. Like they had like inspiration in that game, our Cold Age game.
Hmm.
Okay, so we can talk about this like all day, and
Yes,
I
yes.
feel I need to stop somewhere, like just to like stop, and like I want to cover other things, like so your working routine, like you I assume like me, you working from home, and like what's your routine, how you like manage.
Oh, that's a difficult question because
Mm-hmm.
I make both music and sound design.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I
So,
ask. Yeah.
uh, if speaking about sound design, I have a lot of field recordings. So sometimes I go to shooting range to record guns
Mm-hmm.
or tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Like this winter, I was recording some tanks,
Mm-hmm.
like actual real World War II tanks. We
Oh,
have
that's cool.
like
T-34.
uh, they have German tanks
Mm-hmm.
there, so we have
Tiger.
some. No,
Yeah.
we don't
No,
have
no.
we don't have Tiger. We have like early German
Mm-hmm.
German tanks
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
were carried out of the marshes near
Mm-hmm.
Leningrad, and some guy repaired them.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And
Cool.
you basically you can have tanks in this country. You need just to register them as a tractor.
Yeah, as a vehicle, and
As a vehicle.
unweaponized. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
But it
And
can be like really good tractor. Actually, I'm sure. Like.
maybe, but too
Mm.
expensive because like
Yeah.
these old German engines that has some details that are
And they eat fuel
unreplaceable.
like crazy.
Yes,
Yeah. Mm. Mm.
yes, and
Mm.
this was very cool. I was recording a lot of bunch of stuff, bunch of different stuff, and I frequently use it for my sound design purposes
So
in
you have
games.
prepared some sounds to use.
Yes, yes, I
Mm,
usually
mm,
do. I usually do. I have a country house near St. Petersburg, so
mm,
uh, when I go there, and basically I leave when it's summer and warm season, I leave there,
mhm,
and I frequently record a lot of stuff there, and I use it both in music and in sound design. So I make drums out of it. I make different effects in the music.
mhm, mhm,
So I try to be original, at least, yeah. And I play guitar, so I use guitar
mhm, mhm,
in most of the compositions where it's
mhm.
suitable, of course.
So do you, like do you have sometimes like problem with composing music, or you have like do you have feel of flow like naturally almost
Uh,
always, like do you have some blockades that like just take you unnecessary time, like when you can't like go to it, or like
yes, yes, of
either
course.
sound like something you already made or someone else made, or like you don't like it, or do you have
Uh,
those experiences?
I think I have just burnout because I work too much, and sometimes I have burnout.
Mm.
And like actually, after we finished Coldage, I was like completely burned out
Oh.
because I needed to complete some other project
Hmm,
very
hmm.
fast.
Mm.
So, and that was like
Yeah, you
crazy.
need to stay in the game like for competition and everything. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Mm.
yes. That's I think the main problem. But uh, usually I avoid it because I can make music. Like, so I spend some time on music and then I switch to sound
Hmm,
effects
hmm.
because it's completely different workflow, and I invest my time into one thing, and then when I feel stuck, I move to some other
Mm.
project and do sound effects.
So
And
you switch like and save
yes,
energy for, yeah, that's cool.
yes,
I
that
assume this is your only gig, like you're working constantly, so you don't have some extra job. Like, is this only thing you do for a living?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I also teach. I teach children how to play guitar.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of students, and I play guitar with them. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really, this is really great experience to,
I can imagine. Yeah.
yeah, to switch. And I used to teach a lot, like a
Mm-hmm.
lot. I was full time teacher before I started to earn money on game audio. I
Mm-hmm.
worked like for 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
maybe four, yeah, as a full time music teacher.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
cool.
yeah,
That's cool. Uh, okay, so to continue, like, what you're working currently on? Do you have something
yeah.
interesting to work on?
I work on. I have three projects. Three
Mm-hmm.
projects simultaneously
Mm-hmm.
ongoing. So I have Metroplex Zero.
Okay.
It's a game where I work as a technical sound designer
Mm-hmm.
and a composer.
Mm-hmm.
So I make sounds, I implement it into Unity, I write scripts for this sounds to be operating during the
Mm-hmm.
game,
Mm-hmm.
and I make music also. So
Mm-hmm.
there is we work together with another composer.
Mm-hmm.
So he's but he is only writing music,
Mm-hmm.
and I write some tracks too. And this is one project. The second is called Dragon Horde.
Dragon
It's
Horde. Okay,
yes.
I hear something else. Okay.
Okay, okay. So this is like it's like World of Warcraft,
Mm-hmm.
basically a
Mm-hmm.
game made on Unreal Engine, and you raise a dragon, and
Mm.
you. It's an adventure game, so
I
you
think I
explore.
saw that game. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm working on it. So
Mm. Of course, yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
this is a very colorful, nice game made in Unreal, and also right now it's just hit me up with a gig. I'm writing a music for a trailer of an upcoming animation
Mm-hmm.
animation series.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Mm-hmm. That's really cool.
So
Yeah.
and I started to work with them during the summer, but now
Mm,
they like improved the video, and I need to rewrite the music.
mm, mm.
Okay, since this gig is paid, okay, I will do that.
Cool, cool. So you are busy as always. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I'm
Mm.
busy, and I'm looking for some future gigs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
So
need to. Yeah, you're basically self-employed, and you constantly are like.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
constantly looking. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
maybe I will get a job, like a constant job for one company
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
the nearest future. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Right now it works for me. So
Mm.
I work as a freelancer on different projects.
Yeah, it has its benefits. It's hard, but like
Yes,
it's have some freedom.
yes, yes. A lot of
Mm.
freedom and
So I know. Excuse me. Sorry, I interrupted you.
yes, yes, yes. Go ahead.
So you mentioned that, and I know that for a fact. But like people should know, like you know code. So like, and I know you talking about that earlier, and I wanted to you to talk about like what are the things qualities that separates you from other game composers.
Okay. So mm, most of the I think what makes me kind of unique is that I can do full stack audio development. So
Mm-hmm.
I do music, I do sounds, and I can write the code
Mm-hmm.
for for to implement
To
it
implement into
the
project,
audio,
yes.
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
into a game. So a developer doesn't really have to care very much about audio.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
or I can take one position. So
Yeah, yeah. I
or
remember you were so like when you started working with us, like we were like trying to find a sound engineer and a music composer, and you were like full package, and you said like, okay, just like maybe a few hooks, and I'll do everything. And I was like, wow, that was like revelating for me because me as a developer and also Simo like made our job so easy and
mhm.
so like we were grateful like to having you at the moment like and saving us so much time. Like that was like it was like I think we were lucky with you. Yeah,
Oh,
finding
thank you,
you in
thank you,
this condition. Yeah, yeah.
thank
So
you.
we're glad we were.
I am lucky with you
Yeah, of course
because
you are. Like yeah.
yes, yes, because Coldage team is the best. Is a dream. I told Simon,
Mhm.
is a dream job for me.
Yeah, it is for us too. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So Simon, if you hearing this, looking this, yeah. So
Okay.
we have it from Simon actually. So from consulting freelancing perspective, would you one day prefer employment? Yeah, that's his question.
Mm. Uh, I think yes. I would, of course, I would prefer employment because
Mm-hmm.
it means like stable work that
Mm-hmm.
I would be working stably, and I will know exactly for sure what will happen tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something we are grateful to when you have like some
Yeah,
sense of
but that
stability at least. Yeah.
but that's logical.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to. I have a really great friend. I need to like to say a word for him. His name is Pavel, and he's living like in Russia, in small city near Moscow, and
Mm-hmm.
he's working on. He's working as a sound designer for a game. I will tell you what this game is about. It's called Frozen Flame.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice game. So also adventure game,
Mm-hmm.
and he's he helped me a lot to upgrade my sound design, and he's always like criticizing my works.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
Mm-hmm.
studying it like really
Mm-hmm.
deeply, and he's criticizing
He actually pay attention and
yes, yes,
like
yes,
look at. Mm-hmm.
but he likes he explains this like in a way that he likes to talk,
Mm-hmm.
and so this is no problem for him because he is talking. so so yeah, I'm very grateful to him, and he said like he tried to convince me to get like to full employment. He was,
Mm-hmm.
but no, I understand that you're making like good amount of money on the
Mm-hmm.
freelance, but you need someday to make an employment,
Yeah, yeah.
like
You need
to be
stability.
employed,
Mm.
because this is very healthy way.
Mm. Yeah, it's healthy way of working. Yeah, but
Yeah, yeah.
this is his preparation. But like whatever, like I'm sending, I would say the
Поздравление.
поздравление to Pavel.
Not поздравление, but привет.
Ah,
I'm
привет.
sending
Oh, I'm
привет
sorry.
to
I'm
Pavel.
sorry. I should know it, but like I don't.
Mhm.
Okay, so tell me, like, whose work influenced you? Like, doesn't need to be personal. Like, who is influencing you in, like, maybe general music or in this job in music composing? Like, who's your, you think, greatest
Okay,
influence?
I think in terms of game music is Matt Ullman, the guy who wrote music for Diablo 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
he is like number one game composer for me,
Mm.
because what he has done for this game is insane,
Mm.
like
Yeah.
insane.
Soundtrack is like really.
Yeah, and the techniques that he used, because
Mm-hmm.
uh, at that time when he was producing this soundtrack, he used uh, basically everything he had. So there are like live drums, live
Mm-hmm.
guitars, bass, full orchestra, choir, drum machines, and sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sound effects. Very
Mm.
crazy technical work.
Yeah. Crazy
So this
technical. Mm.
this soundtrack is, I don't know, is crazy. It's
Mm.
crazy how it's made, how it's mixed, and how it's done. Is probably one of the best game soundtracks ever. Yeah.
Like game developers and anything else, any creative people, like there is so much great musicians in gaming industries. Like you, people can't believe like they're not like mainstream musicians, but like and mostly
Hmm.
people hear about few.
Yes.
There are like many talented and hardworking and like innovative people in
Hmm.
this job. Like I'm really
Sorry.
sorry.
Ah.
I stepped in the. I'm really like impressed by those people. Like how they like and they working a lot of stuff. Like as you said, like they're multitasking basically.
Yes, sure. And one thing I need to add in that case, uh, in my previous interview with Game Dev TV, I
Hmm.
mentioned that already, but I will repeat that.
Uh,
Is that
please do.
game music? Game music is a genre where you can do like crazy stuff.
Hmm.
You can do everything,
Hmm.
basically, literally everything. You can mix genres.
Hmm.
You can go crazy completely. You cannot go crazy if you are Ariana Grande, for
Yeah.
example. If you cannot go crazy if you are in mainstream or pop music. Like they're very like very
Mm.
tight. You are like square. You are locked in a very small room
Mm.
of mainstream and pop
On
music.
genre, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
like Giorgio Moroder said, like once you free yourself from concepts, all kinds of concepts, and you can do basically anything. Like.
okay, and in that case, I can say a few words about, uh, like, I can manifest a few words about the world of modern music,
Hmm. Yeah, please
because
do.
the way I feel it, and like scientists speak about it,
Hmm.
uh, music like is getting worse. Like
Hmm.
modern music that we hear everywhere is getting worse because it's all written by two people, only two people, and it's being translated everywhere.
Hmm.
So it's like a complete fraud, because no one gets gigs,
Mhm.
only two people are writing like pop songs.
Mhm.
It's translated everywhere,
Mhm.
and it's getting worse and worse in terms of timbre, in terms of chord progression, in terms of like
Mhm.
melodic interest. Let's say like interesting
Mhm.
melodies.
Mhm.
It's getting like worse and worse.
Mhm. Mhm.
And game music is
Bastion.
yeah, is a bastion
Mm.
of creativity. You can
Mhm.
do
Mhm.
whatever you want, and you still get listeners
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
those who play games, they automatically become your listeners. You
Mhm.
can you can get some attention
Mhm.
to your music. You are not writing it for no one,
Yeah.
and you can get paid, and you can even get royalties.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So this is a perfect place for creative
So
musicians
it's like, yeah, as I said,
nowadays.
bastion of music, maybe.
Yes, yes, and
Mm.
this is very sad that mainstream music is degrading, and so from the times of the Beatles,
Mm.
it's uncomparably degrading.
Yeah, I remember the Zizek once said like from after 60s, like basically nothing happened in music. Maybe
It's
there's true in that. Yeah, what you
it's a
think?
very it's a very radical.
It is, but like maybe because 60s were so creative.
Yes,
Mm.
and
Sorry, I remember what Zappa once said, like one interview. Frank Zappa, he said like, so what's happened in '60s basically was like there were like bunch of old guy producers who don't know anything about young hip people music, and they were like, okay, like everything they made, like we're gonna sell, we're gonna print the records, we're gonna work with it, and then like when generation shifted, when
mhm,
those young hip people became producers, they started like basically making restrictions and filtrating music of young people.
yes, yes.
Maybe that's something that happened after 60s and still is in the motion.
I think like not it's that it's not my thought. It's
Hmm.
just like economists say,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I heard it from some YouTube talk about music economy. Is
Hmm.
that at the times at sixties, you needed to get to invest very little amount of money into an artist.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, for example, you have a label, and you have Freddie Mercury on that label. You have
Hmm.
like bunch of smaller artists, and you can invest into them the same very little amount of money.
Hmm.
Basically, let's
Hmm.
say
Hmm.
$100,000,
Hmm.
or like 100,000 dollars to
Hmm.
make them like worldwide known.
Yeah.
And if you lose this sum on some artist that is not as successful as Freddie Mercury,
Hmm.
it doesn't really matter because you will get your money from Freddie
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
Like you
Hmm.
will get a lot of money,
Hmm.
and as this price began to rise through the years. So now, for example, to make an let's say Ariana Grande or whatever, Rihanna or uh, Justin Bieber famous, you need to invest into him $8 million from the start. You need to
Hmm.
grab some person from the street and invest into him eight or her $8 million.
Hmm.
That's why nobody is risking anymore, and
Hmm.
nobody
Hmm.
uh, is taking anyone
Hmm. Hmm.
because it's the price is too high.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Yeah, so
that's it.
it's not young blood job anymore. It's not,
Yeah.
it doesn't have, maybe the YouTube is viral because of that, because like support basically
Uh,
young
I
blood.
don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's still very very hard
Mm.
to get attention from there. But that's a different talk. And in game music, you can like be famous because you do crazy stuff,
Hmm. Hmm.
like
Hmm.
crazy. You can do whatever you want, and if it works in a game, then you become famous.
Yeah, so we have some comments from a newbie like,
Okay.
but in the past you have to invest a lot for make listen music, have to create a real CD or to pay. Yeah, but I think the expenses are not like, because this is investment. What Alexander is saying in the image, you basically need to build not musician artists. You're building a brand.
Yeah, yeah, you're
Mm,
building brand.
mm,
I'm not sure. I can give you a link to this
mm, mm.
YouTube talk about these numbers and
Yeah, I know. I know the talk about this. I don't know how he call, like, this is like this basically hippie guy, like gray haired beard guy
Rick
who
Rick
like
Beato.
always walk barefoot, and
Uh,
he's the guy who basically found produced like many big names we know today in music. And he was talking about System of Down. I
mm-hmm.
think when he said like no one wanted to play them, like, and there was like metal radios in US who were like, and it's big thing in US, like radio, when your song is on radio you exist
Yes,
basically.
yes.
And they didn't want, like, some radios were like so uh how to say, so radical. They said like we're never going to play your music, and they were like so experimental, like using that uh tribal, not tribal, but that ethno rhythm, like, and making these like really strange music. And they're like first uh public appearance were like so strange. Nobody wants to work with them, and according to that you're talking now, like the industry didn't recognize them, but this guy like give them chance, and they made, I think they're like the new metal band. I don't know, like I don't listen a lot of metal, but like I think probably System of a Down is the greatest new metal band.
Oh,
Definitely, they're most known maybe from the age. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Like I listen. My metal experience is like Slayer, Metallica. You know, I'm like in trash, but
yeah. I think System of a Down are
mm,
great.
mm,
They're awesome band, but like I think they have, because they have Armenian roots.
mm,
They
mm.
like,
They're
yes, they are
Armenians. Yeah.
Armenians.
Mm,
Yeah, the most known in the
mm,
world of music,
yeah.
and they have Armenian lobby to
Mm.
get this thing done,
You
because
think?
Armenian lobby is huge in America, and it's like very
Okay, they're
it's
a huge community, and they're like basically helping each other.
yes,
Yeah, but they
yes, yes,
definitely were experimental, and they were like, I think they deserved that fame, because they were
yes,
definitely
of
different
course.
in 2000s when you have this R&B mostly on the
Hmm.
mainstream, and they just exited. They entered in the front line, like just
Hmm.
just be there. Uh,
Yeah,
so let's like stop talk about world music here and the industry. Both
mm,
industries are like harsh, but yeah,
okay.
small names manage somehow. So I want to take, like, this is like a job interview question, but I just want to I know what you're gonna answer probably, but I want you to be like, to encourage people to
Uh-huh.
dream. So like, what you think you're doing professionally in 10 years, like how
Uh,
you see yourself
in 10
professionally.
years, I think I have a lot of plans. Like I
Mm-hmm.
want uh, to be an audio lead in some
Mm-hmm.
big company,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe not big. So maybe not big. I just want to be an audio lead in some
Mm-hmm.
creative and really nice company, get
Mm-hmm.
really nice salary by uh, producing the way of the entire audio is made. So this is my ambition, and I want to record solo albums.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play solo gigs because I'm singing and writing
Mm-hmm.
songs also, and we're playing concerts occasionally, and we have like sort of small success here in St. Petersburg.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think I will invest some time into my solo career also.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I have a bunch of stuff to do.
So you basically will be where you are, but it's much larger scale and more notability, or how you say it. You believe in this one way or
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes. I see this pathway very clear.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's correct for you. You see, like this is natural flow for me.
yes,
Mm.
yes, yes, exactly. Like I think I can give a lot of stuff to the people.
Yeah. So Anubi said like maybe in a nice Danish Swedish company.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course, of
Yeah.
course.
The Rustalandia is like just for people to know, like Danish Swedish company.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I would love that.
We will have to. So I wanna ask now like additional thing, and I think
Yes.
we can finish with this. Like, tell me your experience and like your uh, uh, impression of Coldage
Okay.
game
Okay.
and Rustalandia as a company in
Yeah.
the.
This this experience is very is very impressive, very nice for me because I literally was doing everything on a flow, on a really nice flow. So I had all the freedom to do what I want, to make my vision to make my vision work for the
Mm-hmm.
game,
Mm-hmm.
and I really uh, was experimenting a lot. So let me show you one thing.
Okay.
Like 5 seconds, I will show you.
Okay. Okay. We have time. Like, please show. I can't wait. What he's gonna show us? Oh, oh,
So this is a mandolin,
yeah, I know Mandalay.
and
Yeah,
most of the like melodies in the soundtrack of A Cold Age is being placed on this is being played on
I
this
didn't know
mandolin.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and this mandolin is more than 100 years old,
Oh wow.
and it's completely broken. It's like
Oh.
out of service. It's
Hmm.
like it's an instrument that you can't play as a real instrument. So
Hmm. Hmm.
one second more. I need to get a bow.
So
So
we witnessing
I was
history
using
here.
I was using a bow.
Hmm.
I was using a bow to play it, and that's like
Oh,
all of
cool.
those crazy
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Did I saw now the sparks, or am I tripping?
Maybe because the
Reflection.
bow is covered with some sort of how to say it.
I know what you're
Also,
saying. Like it's not
yeah, yeah,
plastic. It's like this foil, nice
yeah,
foil, and
foil.
yeah.
Yeah, so I had a lot of opportunity
Hmm. Hmm.
to experiment in a way that I see it, in a way that I want
Mm.
to make it. Uh, and this Cold Age game thematics allowed me to use different uh, different crazy stuff. For example, like
Mm.
broken instruments. I made all the drums that sound in the game from like some cans like trash cans and
Mm.
stuff that I recorded on my country house. And this the creative process was amazing, like really
Mm.
amazing.
You really did a really good job, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
thank
yeah.
you,
Mm.
thank you. And I like that kind of projects that allow me to unleash my creativity at maximum. That
Mm.
mm, doesn't lock me in the small room of some
Rules or
yes, of
yeah.
some rules. Yeah.
Mm. We believe in Rustalandia in freedom,
Yes. Yes.
especially creative freedom.
Hmm.
I must say, like, you have great shirt.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you,
So
thank you.
it's like shredding Lincoln on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's need to make credit for this company. It's called Amos Brothers. It's
Hmm.
American T-shirt
Mm.
that is made in America, and very very nice thing to buy in America
Mm, mm.
apparently.
Yeah, they're really creative with their shirts.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Mm,
and I like that kind of stuff. So
mm.
I'm happy to have those T-shirts. Thank you.
Okay, I want to say thank you to you,
Hmm.
not just for this talk, but like your work with us in Rustalandia, and hopefully we're gonna proceed to work together.
Hmm. Yeah, me
And in
too.
this like good mood, and this is like we in Serbia say like when it's the most nice, or how you gonna say like when it's most beautiful, you need to stop. So I think this is like
Uh, we say you need to finish on a good note
yeah, yeah. So
in Russian. Yeah.
I think we should like end this. Thank you very
Hmm.
much.
Thank you.
So please stay talk with me on off stream. So I'll finish the stream. So
Ok.
thank you
Ok.
very much.
Thank you very much.
Be finishing here. So uh, yeah, okay. I'm a little rusty. Okay, so thank you, and Simon said thank you to Alex. Guys, see you next Monday. We will play something. I'll play something probably, and next Thursday we have new talk with your neurotic developer. See ya.